Hello fight fans, thanks for joining us at MMA Insider. Before we get rolling with today's news, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing. Now let's uncover the latest happenings in MMA. Starting off, if Dustin doesn't retire, ex-champ Alexander Volkanovski wants a little dance after UFC 302. Next, Jon Jones gives his thoughts on Dagestani fighters after Islam Makhachev's UFC 302 triumph. Lastly, Islam Makhachev prefers UFC welterweight title fight over Arman Tsarukyan rematch following UFC 302 win. After the loss, Dustin said it may have been his final fight. At 35, he's been fighting more than half his life since he was 17. But Volkanovski let it be known after UFC 302 he'd be interested in a fight with Dustin. In February at UFC 298, Volkanovski lost the featherweight title to Ilia Topuria by second-round knockout. Topuria has been angling for a fight with Max Holloway with the BMF belt up for grabs, so Volkanovski may be hedging his bets if a rematch for the title isn't in the cards. Here is what he said. That's something that I'd be willing to do while I'm waiting for that featherweight title shot. Maybe I could get a lightweight fight against someone like a Dustin, it would be great. You heard it here first. Maybe we can make something happen. Dustin, you're a legend. Keep your head up. That was a great performance still. Maybe we could have a little fun in there. Have a little dance. Let me know what you think. UFC heavyweight champion Jon Jones has given his honest thoughts on Dagestani fighters following Islam Makhachev's win at UFC 302. In the main event of UFC 302, Islam Makhachev submitted Dustin to retain the UFC lightweight championship. It was a pretty incredible fight between two men who put it all on the line. However, despite his big win, UFC President Dana White made it crystal clear that he doesn't believe Makhachev is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the promotion. Instead, he still feels like Jon Jones lays claim to that title. The champ is currently out of action, but is expected to return later this year against Stipe Miocic. In a recent post on X, though, Jones admitted that he does have a lot of respect for fighters coming out of Dagestan, and including the likes of Islam Makhachev and Khabib Nurmagomedov. Here is what he said. I have high respect for them all. They are the future of the sport. The work ethic seems to be unmatched. Islam Makhachev has a preference for his next fight following UFC 302, but he's willing to do whatever is asked of him. Makhachev once again showed off his elite traits in the main event of UFC 302. As far as what's next for the top lightweight in the world, he has an idea of what he'd like to do next. Speaking to reporters during the UFC 302 post-fight presser, Islam Makhachev discussed his intent for what's next in his pro MMA career. He admitted that going after the welterweight championship is in his heart. Here is what he said. Who doesn't want to be double champion? This is history. How many double champions we have? This is a dream for all fighters to get second belt. This is my dream. I want to be in the history and people know me like double champ. If I have chance, a small chance, I will get. If you want a great legacy, you have to get second belt. It's my opinion. Makhachev wasn't shy in saying that he isn't exactly eager with the idea of having a rematch against Arman Tsarukyan, but he'd put pen to paper if asked by the UFC. It does not make sense when you have rematch. I need some new challenge. But if Dana want, let's do it. No problem. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Your dedication and support fuel our passion to bring you the latest and greatest in the MMA world. If you enjoyed today's news, please give us a thumbs up and share it with fellow MMA fans. Remember to subscribe to stay in the loop with daily MMA updates. We've got a lot of exciting news, interviews, and analysis coming your way every single day. Your engagement helps us grow and serve the MMA community even better. Once again, thank you for being an integral part of our daily MMA journey.